My name is Alicia Baldwin. I'm a junior and I'm in visual arts.
My name is Kiara Reese. I'm a senior, class of 2025, and I'm a visual arts major.
My name is Link Windsor. I am a freshman, year of 2028, and I am in the visual arts department.
But you were part of the installation crew putting this together, right?
But partially, a little bit.
Yeah.
For the installation, we really wanted it to feel like, initially we wanted to feel like a cookout sort of thing, like with lawn chairs and all of that, but we couldn't get the props that we needed. So we went for more of like a cafe, like poetry slam type of vibe. So we had the flowers and the books and like just really unique, quirky looking furniture. A lot of the other works just following the theme of Renaissance. We told them that Renaissance, it not only is supposed to be about like the European Renaissance, but it could be about the Harlem Renaissance that happened, or just anything that you think equates to Renaissance.
I joined Black Arts mostly because a lot of my friends were doing it, but I was also very encouraged to, everyone was very much encouraged to join. It's very much growing, and I was very inspired by the theme this year, Black Renaissance, and how the past kind of reflects our future. And I wanted to do a piece based on a documentary I had seen previously, and I wanted to incorporate that in my piece. I believe the documentary is called The 13th, and it is about the 13th Amendment and how, while slavery is still abolished, there are many loopholes created in that law to still own people, essentially, and have this labor. It states in the 13th Amendment that slavery is abolished unless it is as a punishment for criminals, and this loophole is very much used and very much abused by lots of corporations, and I wanted to include those corporations in my piece. So in the back of my piece there's like a collage of the different companies who still use this labor. And when there is a lack of workers in the industry, there will be this mass incarcerations for the like smallest things because they're lacking these workers and they need this workforce. My piece is titled The Machine, and in my piece, as I mentioned earlier, in the background, I wanted to have this messy collage, like amalgamation of all these companies and organizations that still use this prison labor and use this form of slavery to get profit off of it. And I wanted that to be very messy in the background. And then in the foreground, I wanted a prisoner just looking really tired next to this sewing machine to represent all this work they're doing behind this eerie, squiggly, like prison bars.
My work was about, it's really based around a poem that I wrote late one night when I was just feeling really upset, just about things that I was seeing and experiencing. And the whole work is just built around that poem. I had a story in my mind of like a woman and like kind of like a fairy tale almost, like this woman, her hair is being turned into all these objects that people are buying and selling. And she's kind of being like taken advantage of in that way because her hair is being used to make all of these things. And she ends up kind of just cutting her hair as a sort of rebellion to that. So that's why I drew me cutting my hair, but then also fiddling with my hair. And then hands are around me on both sides to sort of represent that figure that we all have that oppresses us in some way, because at the end of the day, we're all being oppressed by capitalism. So capitalism has no face. And I like that idea of having capitalism be represented by like just these hands that are holding money or these hands that are doing something.
So my photograph, it's called Two Bullets, The Loss of a Father, Son, and Man. And it's a candid shot I took at my uncle's funeral. He was shot to death in a car. And I really wanted to kind of express the feeling and the mourning that the families go through when they lose somebody, especially in such a graphic way. My second piece also has to do with gun violence, and it's kind of about my own experience with it. So pretty much I think mid-junior year, there was like a gunfight outside my house, and one of the bullets entered my closet. And it's called Upheaval, and it's basically about the trauma that came with like how my closet used to be my safe space to relax in and stuff, is now kind of a space that I look at as danger.
Is there anything else that really jazzes you or strikes a chord with you outside of your own work?
I think all of the artworks in here should definitely be checked out and like looked at, because they all have something to say. Especially as a student, you sometimes our voices are kind of held back in the like back front, but here it's everybody's voice is presented in the forefront.